Runescape has released a new boss, and the drops are exactly what I need for my account. There's water orbs, molten glass, alks, seeds, herbs, cannonballs, teak planks, gold ore, rune ore, dragon bolts, and if it already wasn't good enough, there's also the chance of receiving the new bow that could potentially buff the Slayer meta. But for me, as a hardcore Iron Man, there's a slight problem. In order to unlock the Phantom Muspa, I must first obtain a set of ghostly robes through speaking to ghosts at various locations around Gielinor. Unfortunately, of the 3 possible sequences of locations, I rolled the most dangerous one, which contains the Pirate's Cove, Chaos Altar, and even the Rogue's Castle. Meaning I'll have to venture out into the deep wilderness through multi-way combat and put my rank 2 hardcore Iron Man status on the line. Now, the majority of hardcores would most likely use an ult to scout or box themselves or ask a friend to protect them, but we're going to go completely solo, just one man versus the wilderness. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to remind everyone that if we manage to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year, I'll go to the Theater of Blood and set my sights on obtaining the Verzik pet. So make sure to subscribe if you enjoy that, and leave a like if you enjoy the video. Alright, so I've just woken up and it's about 5:30 in the morning. There's a system update in like 10 minutes, so it's the perfect time to go out into the wilderness. Now, so what we have to do here is just cut the web and then run to the west, and hopefully not run into any PKers. What we'll try to do is hover the logout button so that if anyone does log in or anyone does show up, we can try to log out right away. Now, the gear I have going on right now is like a Guthan's helm. I got full mage tank, as well as obviously a whip to cut the webs, and then we have a bunch of combo food, quite a lot of food, a bulwark in case we need to tank some range hits. And then we have our Ghost Beak Amulet and our ring of invisibility so that we can see the ghosts for this mini quest. And now I got hit by those bats, so I got to be careful because I won't be able to log out right away, but it looks like no one's here. So the first ghost is located by this ship over here. I don't quite know where he's at. He could be up here by the Laren's chest, and I don't see him whatsoever. The ghost is not the easiest to spot. The ghost is transparent, so it's kind of difficult to actually see where he's located. But I'm just gonna have a peek here, place some I spy a ghost. Yeah, I don't see him at all. Did I do this right? No. Okay, there he is. The mysterious ghost. We found him. Now we just have to go through a quick chat dialogue. Just spam spacebar and hopefully skip through everything. Tell this guy to tell me a story. For some reason my quest helper is not on, so we gotta turn that on. So now, oh, that would have helped to actually see the ghost in the first place. Having the quest helper highlights where the ghost is. So well, that's something we've learned. And alright, so we have the Fury as well and the Suffering because it's also max tank. And we just we'll switch back to those if we see a PKer, but for now we can just sit with the invisibility ring and the Ghost Beak Amulet. So what we want to do here is run now to the Chaos Altar. The Chaos Altar is just located just south of this fence, but we have to go past this multi-combat area, just kind of pathing around it, try not to go into it. And I'm just going to run south of this fence here, and hopefully there's no PKers at the altar, train in prayer. The only unfortunate thing is going through here, there are a few mobs that can hit us, so we will be in combat. So if we do see anyone in the next few seconds, we're screwed. But I mean, there's no one that hangs out around this area, right? Yeah, so it's just south over here. You can see the multi-lines there. So to talk to this ghost, we actually have to go into the multi-combat, which is a little spooky, but we can just cover the logout and hopefully not see anyone. And there's a PK right there. You can see he has a skull. We can just log out, no problem. Okay, and now we just have to find a world that probably has no one on it. Alright, so we're just going to randomly hop to another world and just pray there's no one sitting waiting for us. And there's a PKer. Okay, so that's not a good idea. Let's try another world. And no one's here. The doors are open, so that's a little spooky because I believe the doors are normally shut. But yeah, so we'll enter this multi-area right here and quickly just talk to this ghost here and try to get through the dialogue. Alright, no one yet. It's still empty. No one's training prayer. No one's PKing. Just gotta get through this annoying dialogue. Why do they make the dialogue so annoying? Like, hello, I'm trying to get out of here as fast as possible. Alright, so we're just gonna run south. Now we're probably safe. That was the hardest part done. And we just gotta do one more location, and that location is the Rogue's Castle, which is the so I believe also is in multi-combat. Alright, so we can teleport once we hit 30 wildy here, but we actually forgot a glory, so we're gonna run all the way down to 20 wilderness. No problem there. We have the max cape for the teleport, so we're okay. Just hopefully we don't see someone between 30 and 20, because that would be pretty sad. And yeah, no one's here. It's too early in the morning. I believe the US worlds are having maintenance done, so that's why this UK world I'm on now doesn't have a timer anymore for the world restart. So what we're going to do is wait until the US worlds are back up, because right now everyone is congested onto the UK worlds and the other German worlds or Australian worlds. So we want to wait until those worlds are back up, so there's more worlds for people to choose from. All right, so the US worlds are now back up, and we're going to head to the Rogue's Castle. Just quickly click on the lever and just pray there's no one on the other side. I mean, if there is, we're probably screwed. If they TB us, we just whip the net here, and we just got to run east this time, past these hellhounds. We're going to run a little north so that we can avoid the hellhounds. And yeah, so that line there obviously marks the multi-combat, and we're just going to try to hug the north wall, I guess, just going above Scorpia, because most PKers will be inside of that pit there. If we run north here, if they want to attack us, I believe they have to run all the way on top of this hill, which we'll see them well before they can even reach us. Yeah, so this area is level 55 wilderness, and that's the castle that we need to go into. And I believe there's only one entrance just through the front gate. So we just gotta go past the Chaos Alley, which hopefully is not over here, so we won't be getting aggroed by it. Yeah, it looks like we're clear to go through, and we just gotta enter through, I guess, the back door there. Yeah, the back door there is probably fine. Go through that, and then up the stairs, and then on the second floor, we just have to talk to the ghost here. And the ghost should be here, apparently. And yes, it is. And we'll talk to the ghost quickly and try to get out of here as quick as possible. And once we get through this terribly long dialogue, oh, tell me a story. Yeah, I'd love to just hear a story right now. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And this just feels like it's so long. Like it's just, come on. And all right, so that should be it. Nope, there's still more. This guy is telling me his whole life story right now, telling me all about the Zamoracs and how they've cursed him. I don't know much of the lore. I haven't really read into it, but he's going on about the Zamorak people and something about that. Okay, this guy is going on longer than all the other guys. Anyways, we got the cloak. We just gotta, okay, it goes on the ground, so I guess we gotta chop a brew and we'll pick it up. At least they didn't make me do the whole dialogue again because they had a full inventory, so thank God. And now we need to, oh yeah, we don't have a stamina pot. We forgot one apparently, so. And also we forgot a stamina, so we're going to use the max cape stamina effect to get a run energy back. Another use for the max cape right here. Yep, big. And now we're just going to hug, I guess, the south wall. And I believe, yeah, it's still multi here, so we're just going to run all the way south, hugging this wall. Hopefully not find the Chaos Elemental. Hover the logout button in case we see someone. Looks like no one's out at this time of the day, though. And I guess the best way to get out is probably just to go back through where we came from. I guess just go through that web and then back to the lever and pull the lever, and we'll be in Artie and we'll be safe. Hopefully that hellhound doesn't hit me. Nope. Yep, we've successfully avoided the hellhound, so we're still out of combat. There's another hellhound over here. He'll probably hit me. I don't really see a way of avoiding him. And oh, he hit me. That's big. That's a lot of damage. We took our first hit of the wilderness. That could have been very. That was very risky. All right, there's a lever. Looks like no one's here. I think we managed to get out safely. No issues there. We have the full outfit now of the ghostly, and we have the full ghostly outfit, including the cloak. I've heard you don't actually use it during the quests, the Secrets of the North, but the mini quest that requires the Secret of the North, there's another mini quest. It requires this full outfit to use. It requires this full outfit to like talk to the ghosts or whatever for that mini quest. So it's used for that for some reason. I don't think you need it at all for the Secrets of the North. And now we're just gonna do the Secrets of the North, and we'll unlock the new Phantom Muspa boss, and hopefully be able to farm a bunch of sick loot. Now it's time to do the new quest, Secrets of the North, so we can unlock the Phantom Muspa. So first we just got to talk to the guard, I guess, to begin the quest. And I'll skip all of the I'll skip all of the boring parts of this quest. It's fairly straightforward. We had this guy, Evelyn, that we had to kill during the quest. He's a very difficult mini-boss who apparently does no damage and doesn't do anything. It's just like fighting a goblin. The next fight, we have this assassin, and he throws these potions at you, so you got to make sure you dodge away from them. You also got to fight him like in a cloud. I prayed melee the entire time, and he used range attack, and it didn't hit through my prayer, I don't think, once. So, and then that means the last part of this quest is to do the Phantom Musfa. So we had to first look into what type of gear. I watched a few videos because I've never actually done this quest, and I haven't done this boss before, so I have no idea what to expect. I watched the Slayer music guide, and he got hit by every single mechanic, and he didn't die, so I just got to do better than that, and I should be fine. I was going to pray melee for the first phase, because apparently he attacks with melee, and I guess you just kite him around the room, just like you do with Sarah. Fairly simple. Apparently that melee attack always hits a 0 if you're like run out of it, the same ticket like attacks or something. It's like a kiting mechanic that, I don't know, I just started the boss, but I believe that was the whole kerfuffle about the nerf to that attack that made it annoying, and now it's back. It's been reverted, so yeah, it looks like it always hits a 0, and that mage attack, I believe, I just have to switch to mage before it hits my character. It's not about when it leaves the boss's hands or whatever. I just got to switch before it hits me. But yeah, so the one thing I did notice was that hitting it on its melee phase with the T-bow was very inaccurate. Maybe I'll have to think about a mage swap or something, but the kills, I mean, I like simplifying it a lot, having very simple setups. Like I do that with Zulrah. I use only range for Zulrah. It's the same thing, I guess, for this boss. I can't figure out how to click on him during this phase. He's just moving everywhere. So I dodged. Yeah, I don't know how I dodged that cloud. I didn't mean to actually dodge it. But yeah, so with the range phase now, I guess you just pray range and you swap to mage when he uses the mage attack. But yeah, I gotta learn how to attack during the phantom, whatever you call it, phase. The schizo mode phase, or what do they refer to it as? That's a melee. That was a melee hit. That was one we tanked. That one too. We didn't run out of the same tick. So that we're doing some tank tests right there. Testing it out, seeing exactly what this guy can do, what kind of damage. And then the scary part is this part here where he goes to the center of the room, does like a ground pound, and if you're not behind a stalagmite or spike or whatever, then he's going to do a big heap of damage to you. I think it max hits like 80. So as long as we just angler up, and you know, if we ever somehow get hit by that mechanic, we will survive. And this part, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm thinking that when I fight the boss for real, like the non-quest version, I'm not gonna try this smite thing. It just seems like it increases the chance of me dying just for a small like speed up on the kill. I feel like using the crossbow is probably better there because I can just camp the range prayer and not have that chance of being off prey. Obviously, if you do it 100% correctly, you're not going to take the hit, but you know, you make mistakes sometimes, and you're gonna take that range attack off prey, and you're probably gonna get hit at some big damage. And that's it for the quest. Fairly straightforward 30-minute quest. Just got to kill like 3 NPCs throughout the quest, and now we're going to do one real kill against the actual Musfa. So this will be the big boy Musfa. So this is the one that can hit the big boy numbers. I don't understand why whenever I click that gate it makes me run around. That's very weird. I'll have to just click in front of it, I guess, from now on. And yeah, so we need to go down the stairs here to the Musfa cave. So every single time we go to the Phantom Musfa, we're gonna have to teleport to our house, then take the Weiss teleport to this area, and then run downstairs here, go through the cave, and then go to his other cave where it resides. I like how it's not too close to a bank, but it's not too far. Like it's not a nightmare it's not like a nightmare distance away. It's fairly close. As long as you have like the portal or the teleport, it's not too bad at all. And yeah, so he starts with the melee phase always. So once again, we're just going to be praying melee, making sure that, you know, we're not taking any hits here. But yeah, I'm not sure what the difference is between the quest version and the final version other than health. I just know it has like 300 more approximately. And in terms of damage, maybe it hits a higher max hit. Not entirely sure. So my plan is possibly to go to Sarah and get an ACB, but that could potentially take forever. There's also the option of just keep on using the RCB, because really I don't think it's that bad, right? I guess we'll see here when we do the smite phase. Well, I guess I won't be using smite, but we'll be doing the the soul split phase, and we'll see exactly, how well it hits. I still don't have the Kandarin diary, so I don't have that increased chance of proccing the bolts. However, from what I read on the wiki, it sounds like there's a higher chance of proccing it in this room. For some reason, during this boss fight, you actually proc it more often than you should. Statistically, maybe that wasn't true, but it does seem like that's the case. And yeah, so these spikes are filling up the room quite a bit. And the main thing I need to worry about here is that I need to get behind spikes for when it does its final phase so I can dodge it. I never want to be like having to find the spike after it's already started the attack. So here there's so many spikes, so it's very easy to dodge. Yeah, that's another proc, and then we just gotta dodge the stalagmites. I still haven't got hit by a stalagmite like that's come out of the ground. I ran into one, but on the ground. I guess I'm used to that from dodging the Ohm crystals. Kind of getting that timing down. I gotta make sure I always put the range prayer back on instantly after the mage attack, because it seems like I'm very slow with that. So I gotta make sure I always get back to the range as soon as the mage is done, because it doesn't stall at all. It just goes right into another attack. So you need to be ready. And now the room is completely filled with spikes. Is this normal or am I very slow? Holy, I don't remember seeing the rooms looking like this. But yeah, so that's a 5-minute kill right there. And that's our collection log complete on the Ancient Essence, which, as I assume, is the guaranteed drop. And that's it. We got the Ancient Brew, which is interesting. I guess we can add that with the potion you get from Nex or something. You can combine them, I believe. I have to look into that. But that's the first kill at the Phantom Musfa. Hopefully we'll be doing a lot more kills this weekend, and maybe we'll see how high we can get. We'll see what the loot's looking like next week if I keep doing this. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next week.